So a couple of the features this has here, we got a solid material here, no ball end, solid material here, and then we got this other portion on this side. This is it's a black in color. This has a twisted tip, like a drill bit. So this is meant to be used when you have a bolt that's already been beat up, it's slightly stripping out, and it's hard for the other ends to get a grab on it. Then you're going to flip it over. You want to place this inside as far deep as you can. You want it to catch on what's left of the good material. It's going to fall into place. As long as you keep pressure inward, keep this tool tight to that bolt, this is going to grab that bolt. It's going to drive itself into the bolt, and then it's also going to allow you to loosen it, going lefty-loosey, counterclockwise. That's its main purpose right there. And the whole set has that. So, but the trick to using this is definitely got to keep pressure in that bolt at all times. And this area right here, not very ergonomic to the hand, so if you got to apply a lot of pressure, maybe put a rag here, pressing inward. And sometimes what happens is, as I'm pushing and I want to use the pressure or this articulation, it may kind of slide on you and then things change. So you just have to learn how to use this tool. So it can be a little awkward at times. The other features this has is it's got a spinning center. So this blue portion right here spins freely. So I can hold on to this with the fingers, give this guy a spin. So in theory, the way this is supposed to work is once you break your bolt loose, whether with this end, or if you have a slightly strip bolt, this end here, then you can come back and you can either, if you're inserted here, you can start giving it a turn. You're going to hold here, and then you can do kind of a speed spin, doing this here, or you're holding here, or doing this, or this. But sounds good and good and easy right there, but depending on what's going on with that bolt, if that bolt's tough to come out, the weight of the tool, it's got to be perfect, right? We can't be at a slight angle. The tool's dry, the bolt's dirty, the bolt's dry, something's going to give you trouble. So holding here and then trying to do a speed spin here, sometimes it just does not work out because the weight distribution is off. So then the tool either wants to pop out, or you start to tilt the bolt and then the bolt gets jammed. So it's not always going to spin super easy, and that's something I had to play with. And so it's actually putting my fingers here kind of threw me off. And this is nitpicking, but when you're used to working with a bunch of different tools in different situations, you're looking for, you want to be fast, you want to be smooth, you want to kind of flow through everything, and this would jam me up in certain instances. So that'd be my nitpick about this tool here, as well as this thing kind of sliding around. So you got to really find that home. So say you're working on a stem here, you put this down into the stem and you got to apply pressure downward so it's not going to slip out, and you're coming out, you're twisting. So sometimes the tool just wants to kind of flop around, but maybe it's just something you got to get used to.